It was a crisp autumn evening when my group of friends and I decided to embark on a road trip to explore the eerie mysteries surrounding a series of haunted tunnels nestled deep within the mountains. The idea had been brewing for weeks, fueled by the thrill-seeking tendencies that often arise during the Halloween season. As we gathered around the flickering glow of a campfire, the whispers of the wind seemed to carry tales of the supernatural. The atmosphere was charged with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, and it didn't take long for a dare to emerge from the shadows. "You know what the ultimate thrill would be," exclaimed Jake, the ringleader of our adventurous clan. "Exploring the haunted tunnels at night, and if any of us backs out, they have to face a spooky consequence." The prospect of an adrenaline-pumping adventure coupled with the challenge of the dare proved irresistible. We quickly agreed, sealing our fate with a solemn handshake. Little did we know that the tunnels would unravel a sinister tale that would haunt us for years to come. The journey began as we set out in our trusty old van, its headlights piercing the darkness as we navigated winding mountain roads. The air grew colder as we ascended, the moon casting an eerie glow over the towering pines that surrounded us. Eventually, we reached the entrance of the tunnels, a foreboding portal that seemed to swallow the feeble light of our flashlights. The air inside was dense, carrying the weight of decades of forgotten stories and unspeakable horrors. Our steps echoed through the hollow chamber, creating the symphony of unease. As we ventured deeper into the labyrinthine network of tunnels, shadows danced on the walls, seemingly animated by forces beyond our comprehension. The silence was broken only by the distant drip of water and the muffled sound of our hushed whispers. The further we delved into the abyss, the more tangible the sense of unease became. Strange noises echoed around us, and we felt an unseen presence watching our every move. The walls seemed to close in, and the air grew colder, leaden with an otherworldly chill. It wasn't long before we stumbled upon an old, dilapidated room hidden within the depths of the tunnels. The air within was thick with an oppressive energy, and a sense of foreboding hung in the air like a dense fog. As we examined the room, we discovered decaying remnants of a forgotten era, tattered furniture, dusty books, and cryptic symbols etched into the walls. It was then that we heard the whispers, faint, indistinct voices that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. As the whispers grew louder, we began to piece together the tragic history of the tunnels. It was said that decades ago, a group of miners had been trapped within, their cries for help forever etched into the cold, unforgiving stone. Rumors of a malevolent force seeking revenge circulated, and those who dared to enter the tunnels were never seen again. Suddenly, the room came alive with a ghostly apparition, the spectral form of a miner, his hollow eyes fixed upon us. Frozen in terror, we watched as the ghostly figure pointed towards a hidden passage, urging us to uncover the truth that lay buried within the bowels of the tunnels. Driven by a mixture of fear and curiosity, we followed the phantom miner's guidance through a series of winding passages until we stumbled upon a long-forgotten exit. As we emerged into the cold night air, a sense of relief washed over us, but the ghostly encounter left an indelible mark on our souls. The van waited for us, a beacon of safety amidst the haunting mountains. We sped away from the tunnels, the echoes of our heartbeats drowning out the residual whispers that lingered in the recesses of our minds. The haunted tunnels had etched their tale into our collective consciousness, leaving us forever changed. The shadows that had haunted the depths of the mountain now haunted our dreams, and the whispers of the past echoed in our thoughts. Years have passed since that fateful night, yet the memories of the haunted tunnels persist. Each of us carries a piece of the darkness within, a silent reminder of the supernatural journey that tested the limits of our bravery. As the autumn winds whisper through the trees, I can't help but wonder if the ghostly miner still lingers within the tunnels, forever trapped in a spectral realm. The road trip that began as a dare had transformed into an autobiography of horror, an account of a night when the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred into a chilling reality. It was the autumn of 2022, when I stumbled upon the haunted tunnels that would forever echo fear into the deepest recesses of my soul. My name is Eleanor, and this is the autobiography of my encounter with the malevolent forces that lurked within the subterranean depths. Growing up in a small town nestled between towering hills and dense forests, my childhood was an idyllic blend of simplicity and wonder. The town was known for its rich history, and tales of mysterious occurrences were passed down through generations. However, I had always dismissed them as fanciful stories concocted to entertain children around campfires. Everything changed on that fateful day when my curiosity led me to an abandoned railway station on the outskirts of town. Intrigued by the overgrown tracks that disappeared into a dark tunnel, I felt an irresistible pull, as if the shadows themselves were beckoning me to unravel their secrets. The tunnel's entrance was shrouded in an eerie mist, and a pungent odor lingered in the air, like the stench of decay. Ignoring the unsettling feeling gnawing at the pit of my stomach, I stepped into the abyss. The entrance swallowed the daylight, leaving me enveloped in an oppressive darkness. As I ventured deeper, the tunnel seemed to stretch endlessly into the black unknown. The echoes of my footsteps reverberated with an unnatural resonance, creating an unsettling rhythm that amplified my growing unease. My senses heightened, and every distant sound seemed to morph into sinister whispers that echoed through the cold, damp air. I could feel the temperature dropping, and my breath formed frosty clouds in the dim light of my flickering flashlight. Strange shapes danced at the edge of my vision, and I could swear that shadows clung to the walls, lurking just beyond the reach of my feeble beam of light. The further I walked, the more I became entangled in a web of fear and confusion. The air became thick with a malevolent energy that seemed to seep through the cracks in the decaying walls. Unearthly whispers clawed at the edges of my sanity, and the once solid ground beneath me felt like it could crumble into an abyss at any moment. Suddenly, my flashlight flickered and died, plunging me into an impenetrable darkness. Panic seized me as I fumbled for my phone, desperate to reignite a source of light. The feeble glow of the phone screen revealed a desolate tunnel that seemed to stretch infinitely in both directions. As I resumed my journey, a distant sound echoed through the abyss, a haunting melody. Reminiscent of an old music box, filled the air. It beckoned me forward, its ghostly notes winding around my senses like a siren's call. Against my better judgment, I followed the ethereal music deeper into the bowels of the tunnel. The air grew colder, and the oppressive darkness seemed to solidify around me. The walls pulsed with an otherworldly energy, and I could sense unseen eyes watching my every move. The music intensified, its haunting tune resonating in my bones. I stumbled upon a cavernous chamber, its walls adorned with faded murals depicting scenes of despair and agony. In the center of the chamber, a shadowy figure materialized, its form twisted and contorted, a grotesque amalgamation of darkness and despair. The specter emitted a guttural moan that reverberated through the very core of my being. Paralyzed with terror, I could only watch as the apparition beckoned me closer. A ghastly voice echoed in the chamber, recounting tales of sorrow and betrayal. Images of a tragic past played out before my eyes, each scene more haunting than the last. The figure in the shadows seemed to feed on the pain and anguish, growing more corporeal with each agonizing memory. In a desperate attempt to escape, I retraced my steps through the accursed tunnel. The oppressive darkness clung to me like a suffocating shroud, and the whispers escalated into anguished wails. The air itself seemed to vibrate with an otherworldly force, pushing me to the brink of madness. Just as I thought I would succumb to the all-encompassing terror, I stumbled back into the pale light of day. The once inviting entrance now seemed like the gaping maw of a malevolent beast, and I emerged, drenched in sweat and trembling uncontrollably. I never spoke of the haunted tunnels to anyone, fearing that they would dismiss my account as a mere figment of an overactive imagination. Yet the memories of that accursed place haunted my dreams, and the echoes of the abyss continued to reverberate through the corridors of my mind. Years have passed since that harrowing day, but the scars remain etched into my soul. The haunted tunnels cast a dark shadow over my 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞 hometown, a constant reminder that some secrets are better left buried in the depths of the earth. The malevolent force that dwells within those subterranean passages is a testament to the thin veil that separates the world of the living from the realm of the supernatural. To this day, the haunted tunnels serve as a chilling reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved, and the abyss should never be tempted by the curious souls who dare to tread where shadows linger and echoes whisper of unspeakable horrors.